Bo Deely, and welcome to Something Edible. If you've ever been to a potluck or a picnic, then you've had spaghetti salad. You know what I'm talking about. It's that salad with the little unidentifiable pieces of seasoning in there, maybe some poppy seeds and sesame seeds, got some tomato, got some cucumber, maybe some onions. I mean, everybody's done it. And I put a little bit of a spin on mine where I like to use whole wheat spaghetti. I think it actually adds something, as well as giving you the opportunity to do another whole grain type of deal. And it always seems to go over at potlucks and picnics that we go to. So this is how I do spaghetti salad. To start with, you're going to need boiling water. And I got boiling water, and you got to salt it. And we're going to add a tablespoon of kosher salt to that. You can't really do spaghetti, especially whole wheat spaghetti. You can't do whole wheat spaghetti without salting it. Otherwise, it's going to taste like the box it came in. You don't want that. So I've got a half a box, or roughly 7 ounces of a whole wheat spaghetti here. And now I'm going to do something that people should never do with spaghetti. I'm going to break it. And the reason I break it is because this is going into a salad, and you want people to be able to scoop and portion out this salad easily, and you don't want a pile of noodles on top and vegetables underneath, then you've got to break these noodles in half. So give it a little bit of a stir, and then with that boiling water, you're going to want to go for about 6 or 7 minutes, and we're going to come back and check that for done when the timer goes off. All right, while your pasta is boiling, you can go ahead and take care of your veggies. I've already chopped up some cucumber and some tomato and some green onion. I still got to do something with this red onion though. So I only need half of it. Half of a medium-sized red onion is all you need for this. Cut the end off. Cut that end off straight down into your garbage. You got to peel this thing. Don't be afraid to take one more layer of onion than you think you need, because otherwise you're going to be sitting here trying to peel onion all day. That's totally acceptable. You're not wasting anything by doing that. So now that we've got that out of the way, it's time to put a dice on this. It's not even worth the time to get a chopper out to do this. All we got to do is, with a sharp knife, is go halfway through this. And then we're going to come back around and make straight cuts right to the end. See, I'm not going past this end right here. All right, so I've made my cross cut, I've made my straight cuts, and now all that's left to do is dice. Keep your fingers back, keep them down, and then just go to town. You can't do this unless you got a sharp knife either, people. See how I set this? I just set this thing down right here so I can finish off the onion. You always got to make sure that your base is the widest part. See, I set it back down again. 2, 3, and that's it. That's all the waste I got out of a half an onion. And in the meantime, I got all these nice little bits of minced onion. You'd be doing dishes longer with a chopper than it would take just to run through this with a knife if you have a good sharp knife. So I bet our pasta is just about done. Let's go back and see how the pasta is doing and see if we can get this salad together. All right. That's 7 minutes. It's time to see what we got. I originally had the timer set for 6, but it needed another minute. So another minute it is. The best way to check these out is just to taste them. You'll see just a little bit of raw in the middle. I think I actually show this on my blog. If you go look up potluck spaghetti salad on my blog, you're going to see that I actually show you like a picture of how this is supposed to look in there. You don't want it done, and you don't want it like I'm sitting down to a big bowl of spaghetti done either. You want it a little bit underdone. So that's it. And this is good. I'm going to take this over and drain it so I can get this in the salad. All right, so into this bowl, I've got this hot spaghetti that I did not drain. I'm only breaking one cardinal rule of spaghetti today by breaking the noodles. I will not break a second and and actually rinse these noodles either. You need that starch on there to help these stick. Now you might have asked, why am I putting this hot spaghetti on top of these onions? Well, those onions are going to be sharp by themselves, and we want to be able to par cook those just a little bit to keep the edge off of them. So I'm going to add, in order to help these things marinate, I'm going to add just a little bit of bottled Italian dressing, 3/4 of a cup. You can make your own if you want to, but this is for a potluck, and you're probably in a hurry anyway, so, you know, just use the bottle, use what works. Save the fancy dressing for the dinner salads at home. And now I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of Salad Supreme seasoning to that as well. I've seen recipes where you actually add 6 tablespoons to that. It's a bit much. 3 tablespoons will totally get you. And so what we're doing here now is we're going to combine all this together. You need these flavors to meld a little bit, and the best way to do it is to add that to the hot pasta. So that's the way we're going to do it here. This is going to sit for about 15 minutes, and we're going to let those flavors meld together. If you added the rest of the ingredients, like the cucumbers and the tomatoes, to this now, they would get kind of nasty. You really don't want cooked cucumbers, and we're not looking for cooked tomatoes on this. This is one of those dishes that you want to serve when you've got onions and cucumbers and tomatoes in the garden, and that's going to be pretty soon here where I live. So that's mixed together pretty good. Just a word on this stuff right here. This is the seasoning, Salad Supreme seasoning. I've thought about recreating this, but there's no point in it. The only goofy stuff in here is they actually put like powdered cheese, like the type that you sprinkle on top of pizza. They put that in there, and it's and that's where it gets that little extra something. That's the umami of this stuff. So there's no MSG, there's no funky stuff in there. It's just you're getting the umami from the powdered cheeses in there. And while you could try to recreate it, and let me know if you do, love to hear about it, but you know, it's just not worth it when I can get it all in a bottle. And like I said, pasta salad, potluck, picnic, I'm in a hurry. So that's why we do it that way. So let's let that sit, then we'll come back to it and add the rest of the veggies here after about a 15-minute wait. All right, it's been about 15 minutes, and I'll bet that little bit of heat and that salt in the dressing has really tamed these onions, but there's only one way to find out, so I'm going to get in here and try me an onion. Breath mints ahoy. Yeah, there's no sharpness to those anymore. Between the salt and the heat, we've kind of par-cooked those onions, and so while I can't guarantee you're not going to need a Tic Tac after you eat this salad, at least it's not going to hurt you on the way down. So with that, we're ready to add our fresh vegetables. So I'm going to start with, this is a whole cucumber. I took the peels and the seeds off. You kind of got to do that. This salad's going to get watery if you don't. My left-handedness showing you nothing with the bowl. So you got to get rid of those skins, and you got to get rid of the seeds in the middle. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, but you do want those out of the way. It just does a wrong thing to a salad. Make sure you taste that cucumber before you actually put it in there. You get a bad one, a bitter one, it's going to throw the whole salad off. You don't want that. So then I got 1 big tomato, or you can use 2 Romas too. And it doesn't matter if you get a little juice in there with it. That's probably okay. That's going to like sauce your salad a little bit. So anyhow, that's either 1 big tomato, your favorite, or just like a couple of Romas, whatever you got. I like Romas. I grow Romas in my garden because they're a little more versatile. I like a tomato that isn't as big and watery and everything. I like to roast tomatoes too, and Romas roast a lot better than other tomatoes. Great salsa tomato, actually. So I'm going to keep stirring this until we get it integrated here. Yeah, that looks pretty good. All right, so once you're ready to serve that, then you can take a little bit of green onion and bias cut it to make it kind of pretty. That means cut it at an angle. So we just kind of, oh, that one's not pretty. Get that out of there. So, just right on top before you serve it. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to go grab me a bowl so I can dig in. All right, what have we here? The quintessential spaghetti salad. I mean, this is exactly what you expect to see in the bowl at a potluck or a picnic. And if your vegetables are fresh, then the whole salad is going to taste fresh too. Let's just see how this is. Yeah, that's all right. The noodles aren't gummy because we didn't overcook them. We didn't go overboard on the seasoning or the dressing. We used fresh vegetables. We kind of par-cooked those onions so that we can actually talk to people face to face later on when we're done with dinner. It's pretty good. It's exactly what you expect. Plus, using the whole wheat noodles, we get a little bit more toothiness to the salad. Now, it'll hold up a lot longer than it would if you just used plain old spaghetti noodles. So yeah, I mean, and look at that. I'm not playing noodle acrobatics because I broke the first cardinal law of pasta and I broke my noodles. So yeah, if you want to take a go at potluck spaghetti salad and use my recipe, you can check it out at the Hayes Daily News' website, or you can get all the gory details from my website, somethingedible.com. And as always, if you've got questions, you can hit me up on Twitter or Facebook. And until next time, go make you some salad.